I have introduced Betty Peabody so many times at this annual event. So to find out if she had any suggestions for my introduction today, I emailed her. And I never heard anything back. I don't know. This is usually, however, as soon as I start talking about how she helped found the Friends and the guiding force she's been for 20 years, she sneaks up behind me and chases me away from the microphone anyway. So I will just say, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Betty Peabody.
And you never will. You're cutting into my time. Yeah. Thank you all. And Clark, you never will hear from me. I want to thank each of you for joining us today. Congratulations and thank you to each of our honorees and their presenters. And Tony, by the time I finish, we'll have a few bills you can pass today if you hurry back and get busy as our acting governor. A special bow to Stacy and her wise counsel over the years, which usually consisted of, "You don't want to do that." To Clark for expertly following Jim Hughes' run of the show for 16 years. And Darlene, you are a hit. When you all were nice enough to honor Homer and me 19 years ago, we quoted Lou Scarr, a popular columnist who 50 years ago wrote, "A park is unlike any other asset in the city. It's not a building, nor a production line, nor a warm breeze. A park is a living, growing thing that will die if the will of the people dies, or it will flourish as much as they want it to." Someone recently asked me where we'd be without Balboa Park. We've recounted in the past its value as a place for solace, where we came together to ask why after 9/11, for help after the devastating fires, a place to join others who share in the intensity of our feelings, or a place to quietly reflect and recreate, and when appropriate, to learn or be entertained, from the Air and Space Museum to the zoo, and of course the theaters. But our park has needs and challenges. We have shelves of dust collecting studies. We have a master plan and a precise plan, but lack the resources and the will to implement them. We need the will of the people to change the status quo. If you see something, say something. If you see a need and are willing to provide some funding, or not, call us. Many of our donors have, from fencing in dog park to the gatehouses, the lily pond, LED lighting, the carousel, and we're here to help the process. Which leads me to projects versus process. We know there are constraints, from the sublime to the ridiculous. Supervision is necessary. But when building a 28-inch elevated viewing platform around the Morton Bay fig tree requires approval from the FAA because it's in the flight path, well, you be the judge. However, delays drive up the costs and generate donor disenchantment. We've not resolved our parking problems or met the $300 million unfunded infrastructure needs. There is painful progress. Painful because our park and our patterns will be disrupted in the near future. But progress because the California Tower is being seismically retrofitted. A new water line will cause trenching through the heart of the park. Hold your hats for that one. It starts in January. The Mingay Museum and the International Cottages are under construction, and the Palisades will be re-landscaped and the buildings enhanced. Progress because these are funded, positive changes. As the saying goes, you can't make an omelet without breaking some eggs. But what then? We're on the cusp of a new beginning. This is where you come in, the will of the people. There will be changes, more public-private partnerships, It's only natural, pun intended, that the Natural History Museum, with botanical expertise and more than 700 volunteers, should have a role in native plant landscaping to be used as a teaching tool near their building. And the Timken Museum will take on added responsibility for their surroundings while relieving Park and Rec staff. There will be changes in governance with a new mayor, a new District 3 representative, and a new Park and Recreation director. You will influence the future of the park because you will vote. All county supervisors and all city council members must shoulder mutual responsibility for this tremendous regional asset. We, the Friends, are inviting candidates to share their views. On a dedicated income stream for the park, for Balboa Park, there is none. Of the $3 billion city budget, our allotment is minuscule. The hard-working Park and Rec Department is chronically underfunded and understaffed. Park governance needs to be addressed, and perhaps most importantly, streamlining the process. So now I challenge you, good friends, to exercise the will of the people and ensure this is the park that Lou Scar envisioned and which we all deserve. Go forth and multiply, and have a wonderful day in our beautiful park. Thank you.